Hi students. So this is the continuation video of thermodynamics. Already I have uploaded thermodynamics basics. So this is the second video, thermodynamics chapter, second video. Okay, so continue. So next topic, state of a system. State of a system. So in general, what is the state of a system means so there are two types of functions to represent state of a system. So to describe a state of a system, so there are some parameters like pressure, volume, then temperature, number of moles. Okay, pressure, volume, temperature, and number of moles. So there are certain factors or parameters or functions. So that will be that are used to describe the state of a system. Okay. So usually there are two types of functions. One is state functions, and the second one is path functions. State functions and path functions. First one is state function. So what do you mean by state functions here? State functions mean just the properties of a system that depends upon state of a system. Okay, it does not depending on path of the system, only state. It depends upon only state, means initial and final state. Initial and final state of a system, not on the path. But here path function, here the properties of a system that depending upon the total path of a system. Okay, not on the initial and the final state, only path. For example, here it depends upon path. Depends on path. Here examples: pressure, temperature, volume, then internal energy, Gibbs energy, then entropy and enthalpy. These are all state functions. These are all state functions. Then path functions. Example, path functions example: heat and work. These two are heat and work. These two are path functions. So these two functions depending upon path of the system. Okay, heat and work. So here state functions, usually state functions, these the properties of a system that depending upon initial and final state of a system. So just these are thermodynamic functions. Thermodynamic functions that depending upon initial and final state of a system. For example, pressure, temperature, volume, internal energy, Gibbs free energy, entropy and enthalpy. These are all depending upon initial and final state of a system. Thermodynamic functions, these are all. The next path functions means these depending upon path of a system, how it reaches from one point to another point. Okay, so that functions, thermodynamic functions are called path functions. Example, heat and work. These two functions, thermodynamic functions, depending upon path of a system. So here in general, state functions denoted by capital letters. State functions always denoted by capital letters. Denoted by capital letters. Then path functions are denoted by small letters. Denoted by small letters. So that is why here I mentioned with all are in capital letters only. Here heat Q and W, small w we can mention. So these are called state functions and path functions. For example, there are 2 points A and B. So here A to B, this is displacement. Okay, this is shortest way, shortest path from A to B, displacement. It is a state function. State function. It means depending upon initial and final state. The next there is an actual path. This is actual path. It is distance, total distance, actual path, total distance, depending upon the total path, how a person reaches A to B. So this is the total path is called distance, and this is a path function. Distance is path function. Then displacement is the shortest path. Okay, this just depending upon initial and final state. So this is a state function. Clear about it? The next we shall discuss about extensive and intensive properties. Next we shall discuss about extensive properties and intensive properties. Extensive and intensive properties. Extensive and intensive properties. What are extensive and what are intensive properties? So extensive properties means properties of a system. So generally these are properties of a system which depending upon the amount of a substance present in a system. So extensive system means the properties of a system. The property, it is just a property of a system. Property of a system depends on property of a system depends on the property of a system that depends upon amount of a substance. Amount of a substance present in a system. Present in a system. So just it is a property of a system depends upon amount of a substance present in a system are called extensive properties. Example, then what are the properties that depending upon amount of a substance that present in a system? Usually mass just depending upon amount of a system. So amount of a system, according to amount of a system, so that means the quantity of a matter will be changing. So mass it is depending upon amount of a substance. Next, number of moles. Next, volume. Then internal energy, Gibbs free energy, entropy, then enthalpy. These thermodynamic functions or properties, these are all depending upon the amount of a substance present in a system. So next one, intensive properties. Intensive. So intensive properties are nothing but these properties, just the properties of a system that do not depend on amount of a substance. Depend on amount of a substance. Amount of a substance are called intensive properties. For example, pressure. Example, what are the properties that do not depending upon amount of a substance? Next, pressure. It does not depending upon amount of a substance. Then temperature. Then molar. Then vapor pressure, melting point. Vapor pressure, melting point, boiling point, molar volume. It is molar volume. Then vapor pressure, melting point, boiling point. Then refractive index, RI, refractive index. Then viscosity, then density, viscosity, density. Then specific heat, then molar heat capacity, pH, then molarity, normality. These are all do not depending upon amount of a substance present in a system. Okay, let's move further to another topic. So there are different processes usually that in thermodynamics there are different processes. What are those processes? Means isothermal process. First process is the first thermodynamic process, isothermal process. Isothermal process. So what is happening in isothermal process? So in isothermal process, usually temperature is constant because isothermal temperature is constant. Temperature is constant. So it means if temperature is constant, then change in temperature is zero, or dT is equal to zero. Okay, because if temperature is constant, then change in temperature is also zero, then dT is equal to zero. It means T is constant, means at 300 kelvins at room temperature, usually at room temperature. Then to maintain constant temperature, that system may absorb or release energy to maintain, because it is constant. To maintain temperature, of a system, that the system may absorb or release energy. So if system release energy, then such a process is called exothermic process. Exothermic. What is happening in exothermic? Heat release. Heat released by system. So here delta H is negative. In this case, delta H is negative. So in endothermic process, what is happening? In endothermic process, usually heat absorbed by the system. So in such case, delta H is positive. Okay. For example, phase transition. Example, phase transition is isothermal process. Phase transition is isothermal process. It means H2O, its solid, is equilibrium with the H2O liquid. So here temperature is equal to 0 degrees Celsius. It is a melting point. Clear? Then H2O is a liquid. Okay, it is equilibrium with the H2O gas. So here temperature is equal to 100 degrees Celsius and it is a boiling point. So here when water converting solid to liquid, so it is endothermic. It means positive. Then it is exothermic. So it is a negative. Delta H will be negative. Then here delta H is positive, and here delta H is negative. Clear? Then next examples. Isothermal process, just it cannot takes place in isolated system. Isothermal process, note, it is a very important note. Isothermal process cannot take place in isolated system. Okay, isolated system, it cannot be taken place. So usual isothermal process cannot be taken place in isothermal process. So next, second type, isochoric process. Isochoric process. So in isochoric process, what will be happening here? In isochoric process, usually this will be taken place in closed vessel. Okay, closed vessel. So here V is constant. In such case, isochoric process, V is constant. V is constant. So delta V is equal to 0 or dV is equal to 0. Clear? The next third one. Third one is what? Isobaric. Third type, isobaric process. Third, thermodynamic process, isobaric process. Isobaric process. Third term, thermodynamic process, isobaric process. So here in isobaric process, pressure will be constant. Pressure will be constant. So it means delta E is equal to 0 or dP is equal to 0. So delta P is equal to 0 or dP is equal to 0. So usually at 1 atmospheric pressure, okay, sea level or open container, okay. Then next fourth thermodynamic process, adiabatic process, a very important process, adiabatic process or adiabatic process. So in adiabatic process, what is happening? Usually in adiabatic process, heat exchange 0. Heat exchange 0. Heat exchange 0. It means Q is equal to 0. So if it is an exothermic, then temperature will be increasing. If it is an endothermic, then temperature will be decreasing. Okay. Then next one, fifth type, cyclic process. Fifth type is what? Cyclic process. Cyclic process. So what is happening in cyclic process? Usually in cyclic process, when a system undergoes a cyclic process, its initial and final internal energies are same. When a system undergoes cyclic process, its initial and final energies are same. Initial and final energies are same. So in cyclic process, usually change in a state function always 0, but path functions are not equal to 0. In a cyclic process, state functions always 0. Then path functions are not 0. Path functions are not 0. Path functions are not 0. Okay. Then in cyclic process, there are two types of process. One is reversible process and okay, one is reversible process and irreversible process. In cyclic process, irreversible. So in reversible process, usually process which can be reversed by a small change. Okay, it will be reversed. It will be reversed by small change. It will be reversed by small change. Then in irreversible process which cannot be reversed, so a large number of small steps here, large number of small steps take place here. Okay, so here one large step take place. One large step take place. Okay, every point is very, very important because nowadays in mains or IIT mains or NEET level, so everything is very, very important. So every point is important. You should read all the points. So if this class is interested, so just mention your opinion in a comment section. So if you are not subscribed yet, just please subscribe to my channel for latest for upcoming videos. You will get a notification. Thank you for watching.